How we doing today, guys? Sam here at Anglers. Today we're surrounded by a bunch of lures, and we're going to go over a few different lures in the store that are really popular, and we're going to go over color selection, why you would want one color and why you wouldn't want one color. So starting out with like your inshore, in the bay I should say, like perch fishing, doing smaller stuff, maybe speckled trout fishing in the shallows, stuff like that where you have a lot of sunlight penetration. Color selection can be a little bit different. So just going with Perch Powders here, which is going to be one of your most popular. Something to look at is when it's bright and sunny out, a lot of times we like brighter colors. There's many different reasons for that. I think mostly though is with a little bit of sunlight penetration, you can really see those lures in the water a little bit better. So in those conditions, I'm going to go with something like a chartreuse, maybe even an orange, a chartreuse and blue. That's my favorite there. And those just seem to do great when it's nice and sunny out. However, when it's overcast or the water's more clear, starting out in overcast conditions, a lot of times we go with more natural baits. And I think the reason for that would be, at least in the bay, we don't have that help to have that sun really show that lure. So when we have, no real help with that, it's nice to go with a more natural pattern. So something like one of these measles colors is a really good option, or just a classic white and albino is another really good one, or an opening night. Just something a little bit more natural in those conditions. So turning the page a little bit though over to the snakehead world, we do things a little bit different. Now we have a little bit more of a freshwater mindset. What are those fish going to be seeing in that freshwater? Whether it be bluegill, shad, all those kinds of things, or in our bay system, especially the snakeheads, small white perch in the rivers, stuff like that. Those are what they're going to be eating. So when the water's really dirty, white is a great option because they can see that really well. But if that water is truly muddy, there's almost no visibility like we see in the heart of the summer in black water. Black and blue really becomes prevalent. One of your most popular colors there for sure. And then another one that is kind of a blackwater special is a white and red. And you see a lot of people looking for that color down in the blackwater area. So moving around a little bit, we're going to take another walk here. Over to Rockfish Baits. So when it comes to light tackle jigging, there's all sorts of color patterns out there. But if you look at them, they're all kind of doing the same thing. You have natural baits like these guys, more mimicking a natural forage, whether that be LY or something in the bay that looks like that, white perch. And then you have some brighter colors. Now, they're really all kind of variations of each other. You have chartreuse two-tone, you have regular chartreuse, you have chartreuse silk, all sorts of chartreuse colors. So we like the same thing. Bright and sunny out, we fish a lot of brighter colors for the rockfish. It's overcast or cloudy, we're going to go more natural. Or if you have really clean water, especially go natural even with sun. But one thing I think, and why chartreuse is without a doubt your most popular bait on the bay, is when you're jigging for rockfish, you're fishing a school of fish. And that school of fish is feeding on little alewives, typically peanut bunker, or in the summer months, even some rain baits, some tinier baits. Chartreuse stands out from those fish. If you throw a really pretty jig with a nice skirt on there, maybe a sandbar jig or something that looks great, and you tip that with one of these little opening nights, a lot of times that bait just fits right in with the other bait fish. But when you put on a chartreuse, now you're standing out. These fish are busting on schools of thousands and thousands of bait fish. Having something that stands out can really draw the fish's attention. So chartreuse is a great option when you're on a really, really thick school of fish or a really big school of bait. So that kind of wraps it up on color selection. There's a lot more to it, especially in different fisheries, but that's just a quick little touch on it. So thank you guys for stopping by. Have a good weekend.